Good day to all. Good day to all. This is Nurture Our Humanity. This is my Wednesday Live. Let's talk about it. And Happy New Year. Happy 2026, everybody. I hope it's prosperous. And I hope you get your goals accomplished. So let me start. I want to actually share a few things. First is resolutions and the movement of getting those resolutions accomplished. In fact, I don't even remember what the full topic, the title of this video is, but that's okay. I know what it's about and what I'm going to talk about. So for starters, I have been keeping very good accountability for my behaviors and what I'm doing. I really clearly went over everything I'm doing for this New Year's resolution. I'm just going to kind of go over the lightweight, not struggles, but just the challenges of it. And it's tough. It's not easy to change behavior. But if you can remember the place you were in and it was not satisfactory, that was not okay. It didn't feel good. It wasn't serving the vision that you have for yourself in the future or the present. And what the universe is calling for is change. The only thing that will satisfy that disdain or that discomfort is change. And we are the ones who are going to create that change for us. So I want to speak to why I have the Superman cape thumbnail thing going on, because 2 mornings ago, which would have been Monday morning, I was getting ready to do one of my little handyman gigs. So I was on my way to the west side of LA to go and put in some help. But that morning, as I was waking up and getting up, because I've been so accurate, or let me just say so consistent with my evening regimen, my PM regimen. And this goes to knowing yourself. I'm going to speak a little bit about, I'm not going to say, well, maybe they are shortcomings, but just my general behavior and how I had to maneuver my schedule so I could almost allow myself to do what I do naturally. And I'm going to explain that a little more. But 2 mornings ago, which was Monday morning, I was just up earlier. I needed to get going maybe about 8:30. And I was up at like 7. And because of the way I've been handling my PM regimen, and I've been taking my vitamins and, doing my 18-hour fast from my window of eating closing to my window of eating opening, it was just amazing how I was feeling when I didn't have to worry about what I was going to eat, where I was going to get that. Do I eat now? Do I eat later? I wasn't worried about none of that because I knew I couldn't eat. Eating was not, it wasn't even on the menu, so to say. But in addition to that, what felt amazing, and I just want to be really brutally honest here, and this is a place where I can put my video diary of things out, and you never know how some people might catch on to some things, but people pretend with a lot of stuff as well. But this is a place for transparency. This is a place where I speak myself, I speak my truth, and I'm going to try to be as confident and forthcoming as I can with that. But I would say there's not a lazy thing about me, but I'm very lax about time in the mirror and caring about my upkeep at times. Like I get real rustic and real cavemanish and not shaving. In fact, this podcast and these Wednesdays, these uploads, this whole situation is a reason for me to shave and stay clean. So like Wednesday or Tuesday is really my cleanup day because I do this for you or for myself or for the future of this podcast or whatever what people might see. But I'm very comfortable in camping situations and all kind of rustic environments, building shelters and you name it. I'm just rustic like that. But that does not mean one shouldn't have good hygiene, but I just know that I generally get up in the morning and will get going without going into the morning routine. And because of my evening routine and it makes so much more sense in the evening, so many of these things, but because I'm showered before bed, I'm stretching before bed, I'm doing my teeth regimen after I've ate my last meal, which is around 6 p.m. So my teeth and my mouth feels nice and clean through the course of the whole night and in the morning still. So I'm actually having 18 hours of just a good filling mouth. And that's really awesome. So when I wake up in the morning and the only thing I got to do is just kind of like wipe my hair a little bit and just put on some clothes, like that just feels amazing. You know, getting started early in the morning and I'm not fresh out the shower, so my pores aren't open. I don't feel like I'm getting sick or anything like that. That's amazing. Taking my vitamins at night and knowing that that's when the body rejuvenates and refills itself. That feels amazing and that feels nice. I haven't missed a day. It's only been 7 days, but I'm on track, you guys. I'm on track to make it a year on my goals. But I have more good information to share with you. The only two things I can have from 6 p.m. to 10 in the morning is water, which this is my water, and salt. I've read where salt not only helps with minerals and things like that, we actually need some salt. It's not all just bad, but salt actually helps with the suppression of hunger and things like that. So when you're on an extended fast, sometimes the cravings can really be subsided just by the implementation of salt. And um, that's I'm not even gonna say why it is. I don't know, but sometimes we think we're hungry and we're thirsty. And oftentimes when you're dealing with a real tough time with not eating, salt can help. So, maybe it's just that you're occupied with something else, but I think it's a good thing and just go for it. But everybody's going to learn at their pace. I'm just here to share mine, but let me give you some more good information. So, I weighed myself on December. I'm going to do myself every Wednesday also. This will be a Wednesday to Wednesday thing. I don't know how much I'll continue sharing that here consistently, but it's a possibility I'll share it the whole year, my progress and what I'm doing. But right now, or let's say a week ago on Wednesday, I was 247 and 35.5% body fat. And today, in 1 week, with not eating after 6 p.m. and all the things I've been doing, which hasn't been a lot of exercise and cardio, but stretching and the things that are feeling good. I'm getting my body ready for what's to come because this isn't just about a little dash to get a couple of pounds off or something like that. This is a lifestyle change, and I want to fully adopt this. I'm going to fully adopt this, and um, this is life going forward for me. I've thought about my schedule. I've thought about how I work, how I relax, when I eat, who I spend time with, what I do, my schedule, and everything. And that's where I curtailed and customized my schedule around. But so I went from 247 last Wednesday to 245.4 this week. So that is a weight loss of 1.6 pounds. That's very good in 1 week. In fact, that's a healthy rate of weight loss. I would guess between 1 to 3 pounds. If you're above that, you're probably going a little extreme. It doesn't mean it's not a good thing. It just means good luck keeping that up. Okay. But I went from 247 even or point zero 35.5% body fat to 245.4 and 32.3% body fat. So I don't know. The numbers will move around, I'm sure. And once I start adding my bike riding and my heavier cardio and things in, I'm planning for nice results there. But also, what I want to speak to is that I started my group on Facebook, aka Fakebook. Um, and the group is Weigh In Wednesday, and that is Weigh, WEIGHNIN, Wednesday apostrophe S. Okay. Weigh In Wednesdays. And I just started the group. I started up with my post and putting the cover photo and all that. I sent the invitations out to everybody who was invited to my original weigh-in Wednesdays, which that was weigh in with just the letter N. Now it's weigh in with IN and Wednesdays. So um that's the place where I'm going to be accountable, talk about that. It's also a place I you know, I almost create groups just to share pockets of information that I attract in the algorithm. When I was seeing a lot of sunrises and sunsets, I started a page called Sunrises and Sunsets, and I started sharing just pictures of sunrises and sunsets. And then I saw an amazing amount of those type of pages out there. It didn't discourage me from it. I just it just wasn't an original idea, and these weren't my photos necessarily taken as well. Some of them were personal, but I would say 85-90% of it was just stuff I just saw that was amazing, and I was just sharing them into my little group. I've pretty much let that group go. I'm letting the first weigh-in Wednesday group go. I am starting up this new weigh-in Wednesday. So if you have Facebook, um, feel free to join in and tap in and just look for the group Weigh In Wednesdays apostrophe S, and send a request to join the group. And I'm the administrator, and I would love to have you there if you're being positive and you really have a goal to accomplish and you're trying to get to it. And in addition to that, my goal weight is 199.9, 199.9 pounds. And that's just simply because I would just like to see, in a healthy way, 100 as my first number. I'm not trying to really go down too far from there, but I mean, all I can say is I'm on a path right now. I'm on a path to be a better person in multiple ways. I'm really looking forward to jumping into my hobbies, the things I like to do, like hiking and bodyboarding and stuff like that, maybe even skateboarding, you name it. The stuff I like to do. Um, and all of that's going to benefit and become more of a believable possibility with my weight at under 200 or right at 200. So I'll see how I move around from there. I give you my word, if I'm under 175, something is probably wrong. But, I believe for my height, my build is supposed to be about 175, 185. And if I'm correct, when I did the numbers, when I was at 247 and I did the math of the 35% body fat, I believe that meant, honestly, I'm about 160 something pounds. That's actually really me, muscle and bone. And that's quite a, so I'm gonna do my best to get that 35% of fat much lower. I would like to get well under 10%. We'll see how crazy and lean I can get to. Um, I'm not pushing it on a bodybuilding level, but I'm just looking forward to the health benefits of not eating so much and just spending more time in a fasted space. As the weeks go forward, I will be increasing my uh, or decreasing my eating window and increasing my fasting space. Um, but I'm gonna walk myself into that. I'm giving myself the grace of 8 hour eating window right now. And I will be shrinking that down probably pretty quickly from 8 to 6. And then I'll probably stick with 6 for a bit. And then maybe 2, 3 times the amount of time that I did the first one. And then I'll cut it down again to maybe 4 hour window, hopefully by summertime. And somewhere in the summer, I'll probably be down to just one meal a day and continuing to ride with that and just continue to keep up with that and wish me luck, you guys. I'm on a health journey and I just want to inspire. And if somebody would take the ride and has the courage to, I'll join you or join me on this ride and let's see what we can get done. New Year's Day is a very interesting marker to be able to hit as a point of reference of when you started a journey. So um, I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to New Year's well before Halloween, and it has come and passed, and I am on the conveyor belt doing my thing. So anyway, enough about that. I would say enough about me in that sense as well. Um, I didn't really write notes down, so I'm not exactly sure if there was something else I wanted to say, but I think that was basically about it. I wanted to speak to my weight loss, which is small, but hey, the longest trip starts with the first step. So I'm just taking my steps, but I'm drinking water. And if anything at night, the only thing I can mess with is sea salt. And so I guess with that, I'm going to call that it. And I'm going to let this go. This is another Wednesday in the books. Thank you guys for taking this journey with me. I have to get my bearings together and figure out what I'm really trying to do with this channel and with these videos. This is video 101. Um, and I want to start putting some edited, put together content out on this channel soon and start making playlists and make really let this express how much I want to make change in the world. The mission statement of this channel is going to be quite ambitious. And I hope you join me while it's modest and you enjoy the journey too when it gets a little more extreme and when we start pushing the boundaries of things. And I'm looking to have you guys support in a lot of that. And just thank you. You know, I'm thankful to YouTube. I'm thankful to technology, the future we live in, for the opportunity to be able to broadcast live from my own uh, comfortable digs. And I think that's it. With that, you guys, let's just say that is it for Nurturing of Our Humanity on this Wednesday. Good day to all. Good day to all. And next Wednesday, let's keep consistency up. Peace.